that time of year often called Maycember, when parents, kids, teens juggling that end of school chaos, summer planning, and just all the emotions that come with it, right? So during what's supposed to be kind of a time of rest, many are actually feeling overwhelmed, interestingly enough. And so here to help us navigate the summer stress is our good old friend TVL of Caris Snider. Caris, sister, welcome. This is a big topic. Maycember, though, I've never heard that term. Is that new?
Not? This is a new thing, I guess, over the last couple of years, but you know how December, we're filled with all the activities, all the celebrations. Well, May is just the same. You have graduation celebrations, exams, tryouts, baby showers, weddings, all the things are happening. School testing, you're picking out things for the next year, travel ball, all of these things are happening in May, and it can feel overwhelming. It can feel where parents are over worried and overstressed. And I think many of them by the end of May, they're over it. And now they've got to go into June and July, and that stress, that grind is coming at them, and it can be very easy for them and for me too as a parent. You want to hide and avoid, and we don't want to do that.
No.
We want to go into summer prepared.
Isn't it so crazy how what's always, I feel like in so many facets of life, it's like what's supposed to be fun becomes stressful. Like you're taking a trip, it becomes not relaxing because people are freaking about where we're going to eat and what flight we're going to get on or what have you. And so before, you've got 5 tips though for making the most of summer. Before we dive in though, I just want to preface, parents, for you wanting to have like the best summer ever, if your kid does nothing all summer, they'll be fine. And I also want to, okay, he wasn't expecting this. I love my daddy. He's great. We had to do way too much. I did growing up of like play piano during the day and learn vocabulary words. I think they didn't want my brain to like deteriorate, which I'm like, parents, it's 2 months. You're never going to get summer vacation ever again. So like there will be a lifetime where they're, you know, going to be hyper focused, but daddy, I love you, but it was too much sometimes. If you just sleep late and do nothing for June and July, you'll be a-okay. But all that to be said, parents who do, again, want to be the most of the time, they want to capitalize, kids are out, family time. You've got 5 tips.
5 tips.
What's the first one for us?
Well, first one, prepare, don't scare. Okay. So what does that mean? Well, we want to prepare ourselves for what are our realistic expectations. Let them sleep in. What are their you know, their practices that they have for school. You want to evaluate that and plan. Write it down where you can see it, where your family can see it, maybe on an electronic calendar or even a paper calendar, so you know what's in front of you. And even on that calendar, prepare those free days. What days are you off of work? What days are you gonna go on vacation, or you're gonna have a fun family day together? Go ahead and have that there written down so you know what those expectations are, and your children and your teenager knows, mom, she may be working at home, but these are her work hours, so I gotta go be bored, which is fine to be bored.
Because also, do people forget, you do have to plan the time to do nothing. Like sometimes people are so focused on the plans that they don't allot any time, and I've had to adopt that more in my schedule. I have to think like, okay, Sunday afternoon, I've come home from church, I'm doing nothing. And that's, again, the way I kind of have to prioritize.
Exactly. I call that a no day. So that is another part of your prepping. So that is our first step. Prepare, don't scare.
Prepare, don't scare. Okay,
Second,
step number 2, set the goals.
Set the goals with your kids. So we don't want to overwhelm them and overwork them, but we want them to learn responsibility. We want them to learn that mom and dad cannot do everything for them. Set some goals for them, and then even set some goals if it is with reading, for example, or with chores, and kind of let them define that with you and help define the reward. We did this with our daughters several years ago with reading, and they set a goal of how many books do we want to read. And then if you met that goal, we got a Lego set. Like they got to, there was something in there to make it fun. And then as they got older, it may have been how many pages, because you know Harry Potter books are much bigger than Magic Treehouse books. So we want to set those goals, set those chore goals, and I would even set family goals. What are some things you want to do as a family? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to visit in your city that you've never been before? Set some fun goals like that. So
it is great too. I think sometimes, I mean, here I was being like, don't do anything all summer, which is also great. But I think also we do feel better about ourselves when we do accomplish something. And again, that can be small or minor, but like you said, even reading, a lot of schools have reading lists, obviously. So I think even the kids, they want that responsibility a little bit to still have some structure in their day. Okay, so we've got the family goals set. What about summer rules?
Summer rules. Now, some of us balk at that word, rules, but we need rules. We need boundaries. We want to have those in. It's a new season, new schedule, new boundaries for your kids. Part of that could be any of these you may be seeing on the screen right now. Have a quiet time hour. They don't get to bother you, mom or dad, for that hour. They can figure it out for 1 hour. It may be that it is they do their chores before they get their iPad, before they get their phone. It's time limits on their apps. Go outside. You're going to be outside, and then also coming back to if you are working from home, if you're a stay-at-home parent, just because their schedule changed, yours did not change.
Right.
So they need to know that. So we got to communicate that to them and set those rules, set those boundaries with them.
I always laugh at, there are so many commercials where it's like, Mommy, will you play with me? And the mom's like playing. My mama didn't play with me.
Right.
I love you, mother, but no. And I'm an only child. I played with those Barbies by myself. I certainly did. And it's fine.
And it's fine. And we want their imaginations to grow. We want their independence to grow. We want their resiliency to risk to grow.
Right.
So we have to leave room for
yeah,
that.
like you said, resilient, learn how to be bored. You might be bored for an hour. You're not going to die. You'll be just fine.
It'll be fine.
With that too, be flexible.
Be flexible.
That's your next tip.
Schedules are going to change. Be flexible. Weather's going to happen. Be flexible. Sports may add something in there. Be flexible. You might get sick. What's the key word? Be flexible.
Yeah.
We want to be flexible and willing to pivot. And when we do that as parents, we're teaching our children, our teenagers, when bad things happen, when change comes, this is how you can respond.
Set a good example.
Be flexible.
That's good.
Yeah.
I needed that. I don't have kids, but I needed that, Caris.
Yeah.
Okay, and this last one, again, such another great tip in anything in life, but also, again, as we're prepping for summer, ask for help.
Ask for help. Don't summer alone. Friends don't let friends summer alone.
No, they do not.
All right? I'm in travel, I do travel ball with my girls. We have a high school basketball player, a middle school volleyball player. So if you're in that, for example, team up. One person does carpool one day, the other person does carpool the next day. Vacation Bible school, you take turns dropping off. Whatever it is, don't do summer alone. Get together and have fun cookouts together. Build that community with each other. And if you need a moment where you feel like you're about to lose your mind, call that friend up and say, can we please go get coffee for 30 minutes?
That is more of a benefit too to the friend. They feel needed. They feel like they're being helpful, and you are doing them a service by asking for help.
Yes.
As are you. So, Caris, you're so great. We keep saying we've got to wrap. I don't want to wrap. I want to keep talking to Caris. You've got a new book out though. Tell us again where we can keep up with you and all more words of wisdom.
I'll have to come back and talk about it. It's Fierce. It's 52 female athletes fueled by faith. It's for our young female athletes, coming out August 26th. So I'll share more information soon.
Okay. Stay tuned, everybody. Caris is going to come back because clearly we need a whole extra hour just with her. We love you. Thank you again. Happy summer. Don't stress, and I know you won't. We appreciate it. We'll be back right after this.